Okay guys, welcome to Asia's Corner, okay? This is going to be a segment of my channel where I take on different projects around my house. I'm a real do-it-yourselfer and, come on, let's see if you guys enjoy my ideas. Okay, so I've been in this place for almost 2 years now, and this is the entry foyer, and I haven't done anything to the entry foyer, and I'm tired at this point. So I decided I want to color the walls and put some removable wallpaper on them. So that's what we're gonna do today.
Okay, so I decided to go for a black and gold foyer entry, and that was just to kind of contrast against the white and gold that is more prevalent throughout the house. Now, I got frustrated very early in this project because I didn't realize that there were so many angles in this small foyer. But when you have different angles, it does pose some problems that you'll see later on in the video. So first I started to put the wallpaper up, and then I thought to myself, since I'm going to do a trim, it's best that I do the trim first. So initially I started to put the gold contact paper up, and then I realized I had a lot of overage. So I decided I was going to cut it into 3 squares, and this way I could get 3 strips of this gold wallpaper and allow it to stretch further. So that's what I did, and then as you can see, it's laying a little bit better. I'm using my wallpaper tools to get this to lay down, and everything went on a lot easier.
Okay, so these corners are really giving us trouble. So what we ended up doing is measuring. So like if we got a corner, measuring from the end to one end. So if this corner is 6 inches, then we measure across 6 inches and then give like a half a space just to give us wiggle room so that it will lay along the seam and have a slight overlap, and then we're gonna take the next layer and lay it on top, as opposed to try to just not cut it like we did here. And as you can see, because the walls are never gonna be perfectly even, it's not gonna be as great as an application. Okay, so we just did this part, and now we're gonna do the rest.
If I'm perfectly honest, I should have painted the molding. But because this is a rental, I didn't want to do anything that was permanent. So that's why I went with the contact paper route. But in hindsight, the amount of time I took to figure out to use this contact paper and the sloppiness of this job, I would have probably just did the painting and then painted it over when it was time to leave. In any event, this is what it looked like once I was finished. Ignore the little lines you see coming across the wallpaper. That is really the reflection from the light coming from the chandelier that I placed in this foyer. I had did that at an earlier time when I first moved. And I also wallpapered the door. This is what it originally looked like. And this is what the end result looked like. It is not the neatest. However, it will suffice, okay? However, it's doing what it needs to be done. And even though it's not that clean, I think that it's really not anything that anybody will actually notice. People don't really stand around too long in the foyer. Everyone who's come in has really enjoyed what it looked like. So now I'm going to just place the items that I purchased for the foyer. I actually purchased these things over time and just kind of kept it on the side. I had no real direction on what I wanted this to look like. It kind of just formed itself. Most of these items I did pick up from Ross and Amazon. So the mirror, I knew I wanted to be the focal point in the center, so I placed that in the center right under the console table. And then I had 3 pictures that I purchased from Ross. So 2 were identical and 1 was different, and I did that because I knew I was going to place one on the opposite wall. So right here I'm just trying to measure to see what length I wanted to place the mirror, and since I did have some vase that I was going to place underneath, I didn't want to place it too low because I did want to allow room for the pampas grass to flow. And once I finished on that side, I decided to go to the other side. And for the other side, I didn't really have much, just a shoe rack and that other picture to hang. Since then, I've had found 2 different metal pictures to put on each opposite side just to add more color to the matte black for contrast. A quick reminder of what the foyer looked like when I moved in. And this is my final look. I like it. I actually love it. I wasn't sure how I would like the dark walls, since most of my home it's like white and gold is really light tones, but for some reason that matte black and gold just does exactly what I needed it to do, and it's giving what I needed to give. And I did not spend a lot on this foyer update. Everything was super inexpensive. The most expensive item I think was the console table, and I got that from Amazon, so that will be linked in the description box, as well as everything else that I purchased from Amazon, such as the books, the footstools, including the chandelier, which I do believe I got at a really good price. Everything will be in the description box down below. All the rest, as I mentioned, was purchased from Ross. The pampas grass, however, were purchased from Etsy. I can link that in the description box for those who are interested. Guys, I'm interested to know what you think about the final look. Be sure and leave a comment down below. If you're digging the makeover, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I do have plenty of more home decor videos coming soon.